Well, I pray to God to continue to keep me and the Jamaican Labour Party firm and strong. I pray to God to give me the energy we need to make Jamaica and our people firm and strong. Stand up, Labour Rights. Stand up for justice. Stand up for truth. Labour Rights are proud of their party.
In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. Jamaica, no bother fuss, no bother fight. We did a fi be a labor right. No shaky boat because a woman we like. We did a fi be a labor right. The river come down green, it's so pretty and bright. We did a fi be a labor right. The way me love shower in a green, me baptized. We did a fi be a labor right. Right now me nah worry about visa. Cause we have one of the greatest leader. Me nah run way, go a foreign like triple X and go thief, grab a leg out a freezer. Bout ya fit on green like Tracina. I will say no, we is freeze for the teachers. We have the prettiest women like Anne-Marie Vaz and sexy Venetia. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. Oh no, see center, my servant center. Catching up, St. James parameter. Our doctors in a fi use garbage bag. Yo, dance your one like you no member. Now blessings that flow like river. Every bad prayer return to sender. Dr. Cole and Blair teach drop out from when PMP never buy them no denture. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory.
Good morning, Labour Roots, and good morning to all other comebacks watching this channel. Welcome to another episode of Political Hard Talk. I am your host, none other than the greatest Labourite alive. Good morning, my people. Good morning. Now, guys, I woke up this morning and saw on Sky News that the hurricane have been upgraded from a Category 4 to a Category 5 hurricane. Jamaica has never had a Category 4 or a Category 5 hurricane hit us before. And this is going to be catastrophic, my people. So please take the warnings. Please take the heeds seriously. There is going to be loss of life. See, the sea in certain places in the island is already starting to make landfall, right? So please, listen, we're going to give some updates. We're going to give the latest update that the Prime Minister gave last night. And that time the hurricane was still a Category 4 hurricane. Yesterday, last night when I came off live, I got some bad news that I lost one of my childhood friends living in the United States. He had a seizure and died. So I want to send condolence to his mom and dad. You know, he's known as Kemar Malcolm. Kempus, we call him. See? So I want to send condolence to his loved ones. You know, his kids in America as well. Young boy, not even 40-year-old yet. You know, yeah, so let's get into it, my people.
My fellow Jamaicans, Hurricane Melissa is now a Category 4 hurricane. Approximately 100 miles south of Kingston, heading westward at 5 miles per hour, it is projected to turn northward. We are already experiencing rain and overcast conditions. Based on current assessments, all of Jamaica will likely be affected by hurricane conditions, meaning heavy rains and winds above 100 miles per hour. It is also likely that hurricane conditions could linger over Jamaica due to the slow-moving nature of this system.
And that is what makes this hurricane so dangerous, my people. You know, it is moving too slow, and if it's moving slow, you know, if it is going to cause a lot of damage, severe damage, my people. Please take this seriously, especially down in Westmoreland. The places that are known are prone to flooding. Please leave now. We have literally hours left until this thing make landfall. Yeah, all of Jamaica go feel it. There's no part of Jamaica that will be spared, my people. No part. See?
The extended days of rains leading up to landfall and the expected inundation from the actual passage, we can expect general flash floodings across the island. However, low-lying areas, coastal areas, river courses, gullies, and other waterways will overflow either from excess rain or storm surges. Extended rainfall and heavy rainflows will also trigger landslides in hilly areas. Buildings and activities in or along those waterways or hillsides will be at high risk of damage, complete displacement, and loss of life. Hurricane winds will most certainly damage roofs and compromise some structures. By all assessments of the current situation, while we pray for the best, hour by hour, it is becoming apparent that the impact of Hurricane Melisa could be greater than Hurricane Beryl, certainly in terms of rainfall and flooding. We can lessen damage and speed up recovery by taking preparatory and precautionary measures before the impact of the hurricane. It is expected that Hurricane Melisa will make landfall on Tuesday. I take this opportunity to reinforce the appeal to residents of low-lying areas, historically flood-prone areas, gully banks, riverbanks, hillsides, and other vulnerable areas to take precautions to protect your property where possible, prepare your evacuation plan, and comply with the evacuation orders given. Avoid unnecessary risks such as playing in floodwaters and waterways, climbing trees and roofs during the hurricane, shelter in place, stay inside during the hurricane. We have issued an order under the Disaster Risk Management Act declaring the entire island of Jamaica a threatened area. This provides us with the legal framework to take all necessary measures to safeguard lives and property during the hurricane. All our national agencies, ODPEM, the JDF, the JCF, the NWA, and our first responders are on high alert. Shelters have been prepared, supplies pre-positioned, and emergency teams are standing by across the island. At the time of impact, the government will declare a disaster under the DRMA, along with the various other measures necessary from time to time to take us safely through the period of disaster, relief, and recovery. Today, I signed a compulsory evacuation order for several communities along the South Coast, which will empower ODPEM to act as necessary to have persons evacuated from high-risk areas to save lives. We have also issued an order under the Trade Act to prevent price gouging. No one should seek to profit.
You hear that? You know, remember in a burial? Remember in a COVID? So the Prime Minister is making sure that anybody that is price gouging, anybody who have put on exorbitant prices on goods during the hurricane time, they will be tracked down. If you report them, the government will fine them a hefty fine for doing that. See? So the government is doing all that it can to stave off inflation. Because when they put up the prices on things, inflation. See?
From the hardship of a disaster. The Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining will be issuing a recommended price list for all market produce. We have intensified our drain cleaning and mitigation programs across the island, targeting critical areas that are most vulnerable to flooding. Over 400 million Jamaican dollars has so far been allocated for drain cleaning and waterway cleanup including at least $3 million to each constituency to carry out emergency drain cleaning and local preparedness. In addition to preparing the country for the impact of the hurricane, we are also taking steps to position ourselves for the recovery following impact. The security forces will ensure there is no break in public order during and after the hurricane. We will take all steps under the law to protect life and property from looting and other antisocial behavior. We urge all citizens to maintain the peace, observe the laws and various orders that may be issued, and act wisely.
People, we have planned to go criminal people things. The police is operating now under emergency powers. When I talk to them, picking them, because when time police kill them, nothing at all now come out a hit because they are operating now under emergency powers. They will take all necessary steps to protect life and property. If police catch you, push out your head from out of somebody's place and then shoot you in a hit, nothing now come out a hit. Them operate under emergency powers now. All right, can't say we don't want to know.
Right. In limiting movement and gatherings to what is necessary. Your government has built out a comprehensive multi-layered disaster risk financing framework to ensure that we can respond quickly and effectively. We have the National Natural Disaster Risk Fund and the Contingency Fund, which we will use to start the relief and recovery process. Beyond these, there are additional layers of insurance protection that are triggered once specific impact thresholds are met, along with contingent credit facilities. The NWA, JDF, NSWMA, local governments, and our utilities are all prepared to reopen roads, restore access, and reinstate service to ensure a quick recovery. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security, supported by the JDF, is fully prepared to lead the humanitarian relief effort and the data gathering for damage assessment. Please play your part in having your identification and other documentation ready if you have to apply or register for relief. The Ministry of Agriculture is ready to offer support to our farmers and fishers to ensure that they are back out in the field as soon as possible. The Ministry of Health is making plans for major mosquito and other vector control initiatives immediately after the hurricane to avoid outbreaks of diseases, especially dengue. I want to take this moment to recognize our frontline workers, our healthcare professionals, police officers, soldiers, firefighters, utility crews, and all essential personnel who will be out there risking their lives to protect ours and to serve us. With proper preparation, discipline, and care for one another, we will come through this safely, as we have done so many times before. And let us remember, it is in times like these that Jamaica's true character shines through. Reach out to your neighbor, check on the elderly, check on persons with disabilities, and anyone who may need help. That is who we are, a people who live by the principle, each one help one. While we must prepare for the worst, let us also pray for the best. In every adversity, we have found strength, not only in our resilience, but in the power of prayer. So wherever you are, I encourage you to gather your family and pray for protection, for calm, and for each other, trusting that God, who has seen Jamaica through every storm, will carry us safely through this one too. My Jamaican family, we will weather this storm, and when the sky is clear, we will come together to restore and build stronger, prouder, and more resilient than before. Keep safe, everyone. May God bless you, protect your families, and keep safe our beloved Jamaica land we love.
So let's roll out the morning shout-outs, my people. I realize that I did not get to it. So let's roll out the morning shout-outs and then let's continue. There are more updates to come. So good morning to my beautiful wife, who, as you guys know, is on the island, and I am not. I am extremely worried. She said me not to worry, but me still worry. Me got my little baby daughter down there, her kids as well. So, being the man that I am very protective. So I am not down there to protect them. And, It is causing me grave concern, my people. But anyway, good morning to my beautiful wife. Good morning, baby. UN, big up yourself. Nemad, big up yourself. Keishan, good morning, big up yourself. PB, big up yourself. Father Dark Knight, big up. A Hutchinson, big up yourself. Yvette, big up yourself. Beverly Clark, big up. Craig, big up yourself. Clifton, big up. Corinne, big up. Elaine Mackenzie, big up yourself. Victor Chin, big up. Terrific, big up yourself. Carlene Mills, big up yourself. Georgette, big up yourself. Luke, big up yourself. Tanya, big up yourself, you know. Warrell, big up yourself, Warrell. Lisa Morris, big up. Kay Clark, big up yourself. Marie, big up yourself. Barbara Fuller, big up. Caroline Bernard, big up yourself. Sharika, big up yourself, Sharika. Elaine McClarity, Anita Earl Ford. Good morning to my beautiful mother-in-law. Good morning, mommy. Billy Boy, big up yourself. Who else is here? Beverly Clark, big up. Hope Taylor, good morning. Arlene, big up yourself. Donald, big up yourself. And Michelle Thousand, good morning. The phone lines is open this morning, guys, in case anybody want to call in. But we'll continue to do the update. So, I was passing this clip and I could not pass it to people without playing it. So, listen to this.
Also trying to assist with the evacuation. The area is known for severe flooding.
Why you decide to evacuate?
Evacuate, the water will come inside of the house and John did we.
Here, evacuate. Evacuate. The water will come inside your house and John did we. Wanna leave now? So the lady tell you no. See? Alright. So let's move to another update, my people. Listen to this.
As it moves toward the north coast, but a Category 4 hurricane is more than we have experienced before moving across the island. Gilbert was a Category 3 hurricane when it moved over Jamaica. It became Category 4 when it was heading to the Cayman Islands. Ivan was a Category 4 hurricane, yes, but the center did not pass over the island. Beryl was also a Category 4 hurricane, but it also did not impact us with a landfall. We have not had this experience before. So it's important for us to consider this as an extraordinary situation. Center is expected to move off the island later on Tuesday, but the conditions are expected to linger even as the situation, as the center or as the hurricane itself starts to move even over eastern Cuba. We will continue to experience spiral bands from the system moving across the island. Those can produce more torrential rainfall. Lots more of the flooding is likely to take place even after the eye of the system has.
We are talking about torrential flooding, you know, people. Me are talking about people that are host up flooding in a certain area. If you know so your area is likely to flood McNeilan, those houses will be covered. The people them in a Burger Gully, your houses will be covered. That is the kind of flooding we are looking upon. Please leave. In some cases, the government has issued evacuation notices and sent buses, and people are still refusing to leave. Leave. Your life is more important. You can build. The government have to build back. Please leave.
Moved off the country. There is also the concern of storm surge. This is something that is often overlooked, but we will recall that back in the time of in 2004 with Hurricane Ivan, we had storm surge that completely demolished an entire community, Caribbean Terrace in St. Andrew, near to the Palisados area, but that community no longer exists in the way that it used to because of storm surge. We would also know that with Ivan and with Dean in 2007, and even with Beryl, we had significant storm surge on the southern coastline in Rocky Point, in Portland Cottage, of Clarendon, and there are other areas on the south coast that also were affected by storm surge. Now, storm surge is also a flooding event, but it is not the flooding from the rainfall. It is flooding that comes in with the waters of the sea. With these tremendous winds that a Category 4 hurricane could produce, that will push the water onto the shoreline from the water of the sea onto the shoreline. And with it pulling back into the sea, it takes even houses and communities possibly back into the sea along with it. So if you are living anywhere near a coastline, it's important that you pay attention to the fact that storm surge is a real potential. What will make a difference?
So I never download the whole of the update there, but I go find him in paper. But before we get into it, I want to listen to this. Yeah, we say if I wake up one morning, I'm in Jamaica, I don't know what Buddha do. Eh?
Yeah! This man, when me wake up at 9,000 birds, me see a flyer go up a Portland Hill. The bird them a show me sign.
Are you leaving?
Yeah!
Where are you going?
Higher ground. Me I go to Portland Hill way bird then the too.
So me I get some food as you can see. Banana and whatever make it cost me have all a little room here to warm up your body.
We are here at Rocky Point in the parish of Clarendon, and it really is a sobering scene here as residents try to secure property as well as some of their boats as they anticipate the arrival of Hurricane Melisa.
Well, me just leave me house and me I come look at the boat, and when I come, oh my God, this man behind me, Jogi, Angie, son, bag about 13 away, 17 boat we all up. A man where I drop the boat said 25,000. We just move the boat from there to put it there, we could not afford it. So we have to get help one another and a job. But we know it's a serious storm this is going to affect Rocky Point. I know it.
How did Beryl affect you last year?
I'll know me no recover it yet. I'll know. It's just like about 9 months now me put on my house stop. Furniture them gone. I don't, but me know me I work with it till better, but now it gonna affect me more.
Me no do not secure. This is not all about house, you know, sir. This is all about life. No house business, none of this, sir. This is all about life. So that's why you see me go gather up my stuff them.
What about
life?
The boss say go get up his stuff though. The boss have one red label, one magnum back in my hand. I tell her.
So that's why you see me go gather up my stuff them.
What about family and friends here? Is everyone cooperating?
Yes, we are going good. We are going good because see the 19 boat we all up from now we draw up in no tractor, nothing. Now we draw up in man strength. We use to draw up it.
The Jamaica Urban Transit Company has sent transportation for the residents of the area, and some are refusing to go.
Mr. Pernell, and he said he's sending a bus by 1-2 o'clock for all the disabled people, the old people them, and parents with single mothers with lots of kids. He come last night and give away card, and give away chapalin, and he have lots of mattress and package to give away, and everybody refused to go. They're not leaving their home. He can do more.
Rocky Point is a threat, my people. And when I say it is a threat, if this hurricane hit, we never say all America and years then take for recover. This is potentially what can happen to Jamaica. Hopefully by the mercy of God, no, but prepare on yourself. Your life is more important. So you know can build back. All of we can build back. And global warming is real, my people. It's real. And it is causing devastation. We need to take these things seriously. Big up in a melody. Larry, big up yourself. Alia, big up yourself as well.
Please, mommy, please, pack up the necessary things and come. Let's go. Where are we gonna go? Close the shop and come. But yes, so some of them are so stubborn, they don't want to go. It's just like when no one wants, and I tell them to leave, and they're not leaving. Because me feel the blunt of 2 hurricane. I was homeless for 5 months and 3 days. I know what it is. We don't take warning, see him lightly. But other persons have ulterior motive, because you know at that time them loot and all them something. But I am appealing to those persons. Please, please, please to go to the shelter that the government assigned for you to go. Higher ground, they said go to very technical with a little distance from here and it is more safer. And person, it still don't want to move.
Why do you think it's safer to stay than to go?
You know, we have to here to watch the boat, guys. Remember, the boat is there to travel on the water.
Yes, we can't run left the boat then. We can't run left the boat because you know, say a boat have to go save if anything. We have to stay close to the boat then. We can't run, we have to run, come back.
Them two look very thief. Yeah.
None of them, make sure me are telling them so they can't tell them. The same social Afghanistan. And they're vulnerable. None of them are going to tell them about lose. Me lose house. And me lose this. I don't want this, I don't want that.
By the way, my people, the government has made it clear. They issue these warnings. The government made compulsory evacuation notices. They have sent the buses in to ferry people out. The government has also said that they will not be risking life of emergency workers to save you. So now here, take heed, because if we don't take heed, we don't depend on our own. See? Can't say we name one. So we are going to try to see if we can find some more recent updates. So all of that happened between last night, my people. We are going to see if we can find some more updates. Let me see, nothing for nationwide or go on. Hold on.
Ready to take the next step? Send your resume to HR@nationwide.
Alright, we'll go see where foreign people must say first.
And then, of course, we have Jamaica right next to the live shot out of Atlanta, our lead story with Melisa. Now, thunderstorms are going to ramp up. Atlanta could see some delays. And, of course, we have cancellations in and out of the islands. We do have the airports closing in Jamaica in regards to Hurricane Melisa. So let's go ahead and take a look at the travel conditions. Craig, how are we looking on a Monday morning? As we just talked, I think Atlanta is going to be the tough spot.
Yeah, no kidding. You talked about that being a hub for a good part of the country, the busiest airport in the world. They really are host to more than 40 million Americans. They do have some showers and thunderstorms in the mix. I think that getting to the airport could be slow, and once you get there, perhaps dealing with some delays. Now, even if you're not going to Atlanta, what if your flight's coming from here? Are you on Delta? It's a major hub for them. Things to think about. We will see some scattered storms today across the plains, and those should be sub-severe, but it may be slowing you down on Interstate 90, Interstate 94. The Northeast in general looks pretty good. A nice, cool, crisp fall day for you. Not the story across the Southeast.
It's great to get swept up in the crowd, just not on the way home. With black cabs to your door in under 4 minutes, live sport is easier with Free Now.
Everybody text in and tell me one of them which side of the island to and tell me
results. You can guess how you guessed. Simply arrive or make an entrance at Intercontinental.
In a post to Truth Social on Saturday, President Trump said Hamas must return the remains, that he'd be watching their
system makes an approach to the eastern seaboard. Again, Atlanta's in the mix for delays on Wednesday. So if you get trickle-down effects today, guess what? That takes us into Wednesday. Let's fast forward to Thursday. Many of you are traveling for the holiday, Halloween. Well, guess what? The eastern seaboard could see some delays all the way from New York up to Boston and back in through D.C. What about Friday? Oh, man. JFK, the Northeast, but it could be dealing with more delays. And Friday, a new potent storm, again, moves into the Pacific Northwest, could slow you down in places like Seattle.
You know, it hit we.
Let's go there first. The latest on Hurricane Melisa as it takes aim at Jamaica. Again, if you're just waking up, this is now a Cat 5 hurricane forecast to become the worst storm to ever hit Jamaica. We have the latest coming up next on Fox Weather. Stay with us.
Remember, you know, say, them a pitney and then different that way. Alien. And I like when we grew up, our mother or father tell us, say, don't touch your food, we have to ask. And we can't touch it, we have to ask. Them a pitney, they name chew food like a termite, so when the hurricane come, you have to buy extra. and extra on top of that too. See, because they don't pick their name through food like termite. Yeah. We are monetized speed.
Y el colectivo se desvía, choca con la baranda y se viene al vacío.
Track Hurricane Melissa, which reached Category 5 status now. 4 people have already died as a result of the system. Forecasters saying Melissa is threatening to cause some of the most catastrophic flooding the Northern Caribbean has seen in a while, which includes Haiti and Jamaica. This is an ongoing situation. Right now, Melissa is expected to move over Jamaica as a major hurricane early tomorrow, reach Cuba Tuesday night, then head across the eastern Bahamas on Wednesday. Some areas are expected to see as much as 40 inches of rain. Meanwhile, South Florida disaster relief organizations are already ready to respond. Global Empowerment Mission boxing up supplies and will be flying them into Jamaica after the storm makes landfall. They'll also send another set of supplies on shipping containers by sea. The organization says it's looking for volunteers right now to help Monday through Saturday at their headquarters in Doral. You can find a full list of donation items needed on our website, local10.com.
And early voting for the Hialeah primary and special election.
Ton's Aaron Mabin, he is the only local reporter in Jamaica covering the hurricane. Aaron, what are the conditions right now and how are people preparing?
And I think it's important for us to start to set the scene because it is a very quiet night out here. We had rain earlier. Those are the outer bands of Melissa as she gets closer to the island. And you can hear it. You may be able to see it with my shirt. The winds have gotten gustier throughout the day. Now, this afternoon, top officials got together at a command center. And we talked to the Deputy Prime Minister about how he's bracing for this big storm.
Government has mobilized all its resources that are designed for emergency operation.
Jamaica's Deputy Prime Minister Horace Chang talking with me before entering an emergency operations center in Montego Bay. It's where local leaders will make key decisions before, during, and after the storm hits.
We are here to coordinate, take reports, and dispatch as required.
Do you think this island is ready for this hurricane?
If the projections are correct, nobody can be ready for this kind of activity.
Crews are cutting trees before the hurricane's most dangerous winds move in Monday night and Tuesday morning. Fishing communities have pulled boats onto land. In Kingston, workers are stacking sandbags, preparing for record rain. Jamaican leaders are most concerned for low-lying, flood-prone areas. The water in this gully is really low right now, but leaders fear during Melissa it will rapidly rise, leading to flooding in portions of Montego Bay.
At this moment, we are free of flood.
Simon Watson is part of a team clearing drains and trouble spots.
5 days of rain, it's not good.
The storm has caused deadly floods and landslides in Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Jamaican leaders are pleading with people to heed the warnings now. Your greatest concern right now, what is that?
First is protection of life. And there are individuals on the coastline who are at risk.
Look, I thought that was really something when I asked him, is this island ready? And there was that pause, there was that moment, and then there was that truth. This is a Category 4 hurricane that has the potential of turning into a Cat 5. This is something very, very serious. We have to talk about power outages because they got hit really hard last year by Beryl in 2024, and power was out for a number of weeks. So they're trying to get ahead of that, sending about 55 generators after the storm. When those generators are sent out, hospitals are going to be the number one priority. It's got to get the hospitals back online. That's going to be their number one priority. Shelters, we got to talk about that as well. They're all over this country. They're all open right now, and they still have a couple hundred people in those shelters across the country. Bridget, Sanella?
And Aaron, we know that the airports are all shut down at the moment. So how are the tourists visiting planning on riding out this storm? Are all those hotels open?
You know, the hotels in our area, Montego Bay, they are staying open right now. We are on the northwest portion of this island, so we are going to see the effects a little bit later than people on the south, like Kingston. Things could be a little bit dicey for people on resorts and hotels there, but here things are open. But there was a mad dash, you guys, yesterday and especially this morning. People trying to book flights, calling loved ones, calling travel agents, trying to get off this island before this powerful storm comes back.
So I was down there in Beryl, and Beryl trapped me. So I think extra 9 days more than when I did a plan. You know, but it was all right, you know. It was all right. And we are resilient people. Now, people that live down road, Russia, we live near to the coastline. People who live bottom Darling Street, near to the coastline, Cook Street, Queen Street. People who live down a beach, you know, people from Russia that live, you know, down a dump, that live close to the sea line. People who live a Cooley Town, people who live a Wharf Road, people who live a Paradise. You know, we need to evacuate those persons, you know, because of the trajectory where the storm is traveling. It is going to be dire for those people that live on the coast. See? Because it is edging towards the west and then to cut north. We in Westmoreland is going to feel it as well. See? And it is coming with a lot of storm surges, my people. So we need to, let me see the update.
We are here at Rocky Point in the parish of Clarendon, and it really is a sobering scene here as residents try to secure property as well as some of their boats as they anticipate the arrival of Hurricane Melisa. Jamaicans begin to brace for what is expected to be a massive hurricane in Hurricane Melisa. It is now a Category 4 storm. We expect it to be a Category 5 storm tonight before it approaches Jamaica and covers Jamaica as a Category 4. We anticipate its arrival in a little over 24 hours, but we can feel the effects of the storm just a few miles out to sea. The wind, you can tell, heavy right now, and the seas are choppy. We anticipate that the waves will come well inland. The residents of Rocky Point, it's sobering in speaking to them because they know that they have to evacuate as well as secure property as well as securing their lives. And we did speak with quite a few of them right here as they prepare to either evacuate or secure their possessions. Tell me, what's been happening so far today?
Well, me just leave me house and me I come look at the boat, and when I come, oh my God, this man behind me, Jogi, Angie, son, bag about 13 away, 17 boat we all up. A man where I drop the boat said 25,000. If we just move the boat from there to put it there, we couldn't afford it. So we have to get help one another and a job. But we know it's a serious storm this is going to affect Rocky Point. I know it.
How did Beryl affect you last year?
I'll know me no recover it yet. I'll know. It's just like about 9 months now. Me put on my house stop. Furniture them gone. I don't, but me know me I work with it till better. But now it gonna affect me more worse. Me move me engine, me compressor, me hose, me pull up the boat. Me move me little boy, I move my baby father. Can disabling catch Ben's 4 years now. So me try move him, put him on a higher ground. But me stay down here and just watch where I go on.
Is that safe?
For me?
For you to stay?
Well, me just want to be around in the community to see what happens.
Today, the preparations continue. What have you been doing?
I've been doing a whole lot. From morning, I've been drying up boat. So, I have me oil when I go buy for chewing and me gas, mix me gas. People, them a laugh at me, but me know me have to drive around to pick up them, you know, sir. Because this one is the June there, so when I see I come from the south. So me I advise everyone, take a year ground. This man when me wake up at 9,000 birds, me see a fly, I go up a Portland Hill. The bird them a show me sign.
Are you leaving?
Yeah!
Where are you going?
Higher ground. Me I go to Portland Hill way bird in there too.
Tell me a little bit more detail as to the type of preparations you've had to do to secure your house.
Me no do not secure. This is not all about house, you know, sir. This is all about life. No house business, you know, this, sir. This is all about life. So that's why you see me go gather up my stuff them.
What about family and friends here? Is everyone cooperating?
Yes, we are going good. We are going good because see there at 19 boat we all up for morning now we dry up in no tractor nothing now we dry up in man strength we use to dry up it.
Alright, be safe, man.
You too, sir.
The Jamaica Urban Transit Company has sent transportation for the residents of the area, and some are refusing to go.
Mr. Pernell, and he said he's sending a bus by 1, 2 o'clock for all the disabled people, the old people them, and parents with single mothers with lots of kids. In come last night, he give away a phone card, he give away tarpaulin, and he have lots of mattress and package to give away, and everybody refused to go. They're not leaving their home, he can do more.
Please, mommy, please, pack up the necessary things and come. Where are we gonna go? Close the shop and come.
What's been happening here today in terms of evacuating the residents?
Okay, I am Althea Brown, shelter manager for Rocky Point, and also the CDC coordinator and a member of the community. And also I'm a member of the Jamaica Red Cross. What we are trying to do today is to evacuate persons who are vulnerable and those persons who don't have anywhere to go, because Rocky Point is known for flood. It's a low-lying area, and as the rain drew water in people's house, and here in the pending threat of this water will be rising 8 feet. This is of concern. That's why we are doing a little town cry with my mouth. I go right through to everybody, try to get them on the bus or try to get them to family members who are living higher and higher ground, so as to eliminate the loss and for safety reasons. But some of them are so stubborn, they don't want to go. It's just like when no one want, and I tell them to leave, and they're not leaving. Because me feel the blunt of 2 hurricane. I was homeless for 5 months and 3 days. I know what it is. We not take warning, see them lightly. But other persons have ulterior motives, because you know at that time them loot and all them something. But I am appealing to those persons, please, please, please to go to the shelter that the government assigned for you to go. Higher ground, they said go to very technical with a little distance from here and it is more safer. And person, it still don't want to move.
Why do you think it's safer to stay than to go?
You know, we have to here to watch the boat, because remember the boat is there to travel on the water.
Yes, we can't run left the boat then. We can't run left the boat, because you know, so the boat have to go save if anything. You know, we have to stay close to the boat then. We can't run, we have to run, come back, you see me?
The vessel are made to travel on the water, the boat are made to travel on the water, so we have to here to take the boat. If anything, we're going to go to Jackson Bay and the higher hill.
Welcome back to the channel, my viewers and subscribers. You don't know, it's your boy Sims, and if you're joining us for the first time, so give God thanks. Anywhere in the world you're watching from, just want to tell you, say, big up yourself and a special warm welcome. We're presently in White House, Westmoreland, as it relates to the weather and stuff. This is currently what's going on in White House, Westmoreland. Today is 26 October 2025. I'm in White House, and this is what currently. As you can see, nothing to talk about. Very small town, less than a kilo through and through. So we're currently in the western side of the island, and this is what actually going on right now. The eastern side of the island is being highly affected, but not this side. So we'll go down to the beach area, down to the sea. So this is a Market Street on a White House here.
So upon the western side of the island, my people, we don't really start feeling no effect yet. Saying but the trajectory of where the storm is walking in hours from now, you know, people will start to feel that, you know.
As I said, nothing now go on straight sunny. See the sun out. Business as usual. Everybody had installed out. Business as usual. Yes, quiet. Let me say, I just go on this side of the island, you understand? I didn't say the eastern side is highly affected, but not this side. Not now going on, believe me.
Cat food. Today with Amazon Prime. That's off your mind.
I'm in Kingston, Jamaica, staring at an absolutely incredible sunset. But we all know what's coming in the next couple of days. Every hazard.
By the way, guys, when you see satellite image of the storm, have you guys seen it? A big lightning a hit and thunder.
When it comes to hurricanes is on the table, from storm surge, major hurricane with winds exceeding 150 miles per hour, and flooding. Not just any kind of flooding, though. Hurricane Harvey levels. I've spent the day going throughout the city, talking with people, lifelong residents, to see how they're trying to prepare for Hurricane Melissa.
And the projections that I'm seeing, I think it's going to be awful.
Jamaica's been writing about hurricanes since the 1500s, but this one, Melissa, could be the worst in modern history. Despite centuries of close calls, Jamaica's never taken a direct hit from a major hurricane. But in the Caribbean lately, that history doesn't matter. Last summer, Hurricane Beryl ripped across Carriacou, Grenada. It was the strongest storm that tiny island had ever seen. Melissa would bring that same fury, or worse. So I went to one of Jamaica's oldest and most vulnerable villages to see what it means to face that kind of fear head on.
What's the plan?
Not moving here right here.
I'm in the tiny village of Port Royal. It sits out in the bay on a tiny sliver of land near Kingston. Now, it is a very vulnerable location. It's very low-lying. Again, just a thin sliver of land. But the folks who live here, despite being under a mandatory evacuation, they're not leaving.
Right now, I'm just here doing my ropes to go secure my boats.
Fishing here isn't just a job. It's a life. A tradition that survived
Here, they had a mandatory evacuation order, but they're not leaving.
For centuries. Deep water, small boats. A bond so strong, they give these boats names. Ever done that with your work computer? The village sits at the end of a 10-mile-long, thin spit of sand. 2,000 people or so call it home, and few are ever willing to leave it. Their lives revolve around the sea. Their homes, their faith, their future, all tied to it. Darren's one of them. He's seen storms come and go his whole life.
Born and growing here.
So, with Melissa, what are you guys thinking?
Well, as what we see, it's developing, but we're not really leaving. It's going more westward of us. So, what we're really doing is just precaution that they take up the boats because of the storm surge and stuff. But we don't get much storm surge here. So we're inside a peninsula. The open sea's outside. We're inside a peninsula. We have 7 keys out there with a lot of reef. It's just like a barrier reef. You see, other people, they don't really know this.
People panic for you guys, but you guys are just struggling.
Yes. They're full mode panic. Our high tide is 18 inches. Most we get water is right where you see the goats. Yeah. That's where the water will be coming up from the man, just right there. That's it. Probably. That's right at your
ankle deep, huh?
It's not no height. We're maybe down 10 foot like that.
Ask the same question, get the same answer.
Yeah, none of them not prepare for life, so we'll prepare for bury them.
No one
is hard.
alive has seen a deadly storm surge here, or even water above the knees into the heart of the village.
So it's not like Port Royal has just remained unscathed throughout the decades from hurricanes. This was a foundation of buildings from 1951, and the hurricane that hit there clearly did not survive. But they've since obviously built other structures soon after, when the English were still in charge, like this building right there, and they've survived the subsequent storms since the 50s. But again, is Melissa going to be different? And that could be a problem, especially when it comes to hurricanes. People often base their decisions on what happened the last time. A decision that can obviously become tragic because the current storm, Melissa, could bring unprecedented conditions here to Jamaica.
Well, we don't have no flooding here, most likely. We just get high rise. High rise, the tide, the water rise.
The surge, yeah.
And the surge go but so far. And we deal with that over and over. So I don't have it, I don't take.
Well, I can tell you now, say government are prepare that the road that link Port Royal to the land will be destroyed. I can tell you now, say government are prepare for that. So if you don't want to stay, continue to stay. You don't to hear. All right.
That scary, you know? If you like a tsunami now or something, we would wash the whole goddamn place off. I'd probably get my ass out of here.
Well, I mean, that's what's in the worst case scenario storm surge will do. I mean,
right.
I've seen storm surge 17 feet in Fort Myers, Florida, where I saw houses being lifted away and carried away. You know, that's
we're trying to get the older folks. The more like every hurricane time, we try to move them out. The bus come, we ensure the older folks and the mothers and kids aboard the bus and leave. We as fishermen, we stay and monitor the village and keep ensure that everything is all right. I'm sure when the weather gets real serious, we have to stay in. We cannot do nothing more than stay in till after.
Careful. Holy cow!
Sometimes it takes seeing to believe. But this belief isn't the only thing keeping people here. It's also the memories of what happened the last time they left. Promises of safety at the shelters inland that never felt safe.
A couple of storms ago, had some people went to the shelter and the storm was passed off, and for weeks people is there, can't get no transport to come home, nothing like that, and stuff like that. So it is just it deters all these people to go there.
You can already see the waves being generated by Hurricane Melissa crashing along the coast here in Kingston, and it also points to the vulnerability I mentioned with Port Royal, the same tiny sliver of land. Well, this is where the international airport sits here in Kingston. You can see the control tower there. So just 100 yards, a few hundred yards away from where these waves are crashing, the planes land, and it just, again, highlights the vulnerability here to the infrastructure of how close it is from these waves to the airport. And the unpredictability, of course, of what exactly Melissa is going to bring here.
Yeah, man, we have to call the lines open, you know?
But it has the potential, of course, to be catastrophic and bring conditions that have never been seen here on the entire island of Jamaica before. Another vulnerability is right there, the Doppler radar. If you remember, Hurricane Laura, Category 4, that was shredded in Lake Charles from Hurricane Laura. So another vulnerability sitting just a couple hundred yards from the ocean.
Yeah, so we have a new radar we buy, a state-of-the-art radar. It is sitting right next to the sea as well, so we'll probably have to go prepare for buy that back too. You know? So
Preparation, meaning understanding what could be coming, that helps. Remember, a few miles matters when it comes to hurricanes. If you're closer to the center, you're going to get stronger winds. But Melissa's threats go way beyond the wind.
So when we hear Category 4, Category 5, major hurricanes, people really do think about the wind. But Melissa is a little bit different. It's not just about the wind. All factors, all types of hazards with hurricanes are coming with Melissa. So we have those winds that are going to likely be above 150 miles per hour. But then you have to take into account the fact of how slow it's moving, which is actually very rare in this part of the Caribbean to move this slowly. But what comes with that?
You don't see me and I hear me properly, right?
Hey, Dujon,
Morning,
morning.
boss. Morning.
You, my friend.
Yeah, man. Good morning.
Yes, my friend, good morning. Why, we are in trying times now, you know, but we still have to give God thanks.
For real.
You know?
For real.
You know that if it is His will,
Then it shall be
we
done.
have to
Yeah.
still give thanks. And I don't think Him gonna make any last of life, you know? But the thing that I really call you about is that I just want my Jamaican family, because I have my 3 sons back home there, and everybody to just follow the government advice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Don't be stiff-headed and don't be reluctant to keep yourself safe, because, Dujon, I said, I know you don't know Hurricane Gilbert.
No, sir. That come 2 years.
You hear about it.
Mm.
I don't think you did born that time when Gilbert
No, sir. I'm born 2 years
was
after.
around. Huh?
I'm born 2 years after. No, I wasn't around.
Yeah, you were not around. It was that Monday morning around 11 o'clock, my brother. The time I was in the country, you know, in St. Catherine there.
Yeah.
That's where I used to live at the time. And I can tell you, my brother, the night before Gilbert, the sky was so calm. People were having a grand time.
Yeah.
And Gilbert come upon us sudden. Just, you can ask anybody. Because I was around 10 years old at that time. I remember well.
Yeah.
I remember Gilbert that time. Edward Seaga was in power, the Jamaica Labour Party. And Gilbert was a Category 3 storm.
Yep.
And at that time, until before now, Gilbert has gone into history as one of the most dangerous storm that ever hit Jamaica.
Yeah, because
what happened?
He destroyed 80% of Jamaica, you know. Gilbert did, you know. 80% of Jamaica.
Listen, Gilbert give Jamaica a direct hit, you know.
Yep.
A lot of people may not understand this. With my little bit knowledge, as I said, you know, I have a little input on it.
Yeah.
Listen, we have Category 4 storm before, but we never get a direct hit. The high never come, it passed over, because Ivan was a Category 4, but we didn't get a direct hit.
Yep.
The other one,
Beryl was a Category
4 remember,
too, but we never get. Beryl was a Category 4 too, but we never get direct hit either.
There you go. So we have Category 4 storm, but not direct hit. This one is a Category 5 direct hit. Just imagine, my brother. Just imagine. If Category 3 was a direct hit and Gilbert, let me tell you something, man. The morning when I get up, when Gilbert done, when you walk the street, you couldn't even see yourself. Let me tell you. As a little boy growing up in the country, you could never see yourself. The entire country flat down. It reached a point where Edward Seaga at the time was doing an interview with one of the greatest newsreader in Jamaican history, Mr. Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Seaga was literally crying. He was literally crying to see the damage that Gilbert has done. And when people hear this, People are reluctant. My fellow Jamaicans, some of them are reluctant. Please don't reluctant. Because any generation born after 1980, after 1989, 88, 37, in fact, anybody is 37, 38, 39, don't know Gilbert. I don't 40-year-old know Gilbert either.
Yeah, man,
right?
people were born 85,
you know,
86. Them would have been
right.
young, but some of them would have remember it. They would be young.
Remember. Me almost 47-year-old, so I remember Gilbert well. But, Dujon, in spite of this, we give thanks that God is still around. And we are asking the people of Jamaica, stay safe. Don't venture in the road because it's a category 5 in the history of Jamaica. No storm has come to be a category 5. What that means for my little calculation, you're gonna have flooding, you're gonna have landslide, major. It is just gonna be catastrophic. It's gonna just flatten down the entire country. That's what it is, just simple saying. And all we can do is just hope and pray for the best, my brother. This is not fear.
The problem we face now, you see the speed of it. I mean, it will linger longer, so it will cause severe damage.
And it is not. In other words, she is not moving. Yeah. She's taking her own time. She's a very stubborn young lady. She don't hear. That's what I'm telling you. All we are talking to her and said, look, move fast and go away, I go, woman. She has said, she run things. And that goes to when you have a government, Dujon, that can manage an economy. And I must say to Prime Minister Holness, sir, I don't know how much more can you do for Jamaican. I know where Prime Minister Holness is now. It is so much fun. I don't want to be emotional because I am like that. It is so much for Prime Minister Holness. He has just come out of an election, building the country. I don't want to talk about the land blasting that he has gone through, his personal self, and now to be eaten with an hurricane to rebuild again. That man must go down in history as Jamaica's greatest Prime Minister. He has faced so much since he has been in office, personal and country and development and all these disasters in terms of Hurricane Ivan. Remember, he take us through the COVID. That was so much for him. And I'm just wondering how he slept at night with so much on his hand. His ministers to deal with, the country to deal with. Trust me. I'm saying, Mr. Holness, please, sir, we are appealing to you for the last time. Take your place. Take your place. And you must get another raise again. Because no Prime Minister has ever gone through this in Dujon.
I'm
telling you,
I'm going to put it towards the rebuilding. I country.
No Prime Minister in Jamaica has ever gone, has to face so much issues in one time, and he has managed to deal with it. You remember when the Prime Minister were telling the country, listen, if we don't fix the economy, we cannot manage natural disaster when it arrives. We will have to go to IMF. What the PNP said. Give the people them the money. No, they don't plan on that. Economy can't have. Now we are seeing what Prime Minister Holness was saying. And I thank God that the Jamaican people choose Prime Minister Holness because it was the PNP in power today. God, nyam with supper because we will never, ever but ready to rebuild. The PNP would have panicked in office because, listen, if you don't make the foundation correct from the beginning to withstand any force, how are you going to manage? They used to say the economy can't. What am I do? What am I do about economy? Economy can't. Me want a house. I wonder if those people are saying that now. I am wonder if those people are saying that house can't. Economy can't. You remember when the government said, look, Prime Minister Holness said, crime must be under control. Can you imagine you did not get crime under control going into a category 5 hurricane? Come on. Come on. That young man has been sent from God to lead this country.
Most definitely.
He has been sent to lead this country. What a day. His father goes and his mother and they become one and make a baby and bring him to us. That was not a mistake. Yeah. I must congratulate his dad and his father to give us a great prime minister, because I am in the diaspora here, Dujon, and while I am praying for my Jamaican people, PNP and JLP, because at this time now, it is not about PNP, it's not about JLP, it's about life. Because we are not going to see a PNP suffering now, and because he didn't vote for us, we're going to say, oh, the star must wash you away. Hell, no. And what I noticed, let I tell you what I noticed. I remember well when Michael Manley was the opposition, he banded with Edward Seaga during the storm. And what Mark Golding did now. Until today, I don't hear Mark Golding come out and work with the government to restore the pride of the Jamaican people. Nothing from him. I don't hear the time come crew now. It is the government alone. It's not for just the government alone. This is a national crisis. And you, as the leader of the opposition, has an obligation to even keep a press conference too. Where are the press conference now? Where are they? Where are they now? But if it was anything to do with the Prime Minister's personal life, whoop, then he's Daly and all of them, Scott Matley, find themselves at Oak Road. But they don't find themselves at Oak Road now to say, guys, look, work with the government. We want you, if I even a few words, let the Jamaican people feel you as an opposition, playing your role. While the government, we know you can't go to Jamaica House to speak. Put your press conference at 89 Old Up Road. Make the people know so you keep in touch. Say, yeah, you're there too. I'll do your little piece and the politics time now. This is a crisis. But no, they kept quiet. Mark Golding keep quiet and eating in my parliament. I don't want him to go back in my parliament, go eat again. Eat outside. Don't eat in my parliament because I have to pay my tax. I pay you and you are the highest paid politician. But at the same time, we know you hear nothing from you. We know you hear nothing in regards to the storm. Give God thanks for Michael Andrew Michael Holness. That young man is God sent. And I'm ask God to bless him up with my 3 children, them. Bless up every Jamaican picnic and mother and father and whole people them. But Michael Andrew Holness, may God keep that young man. May God guide him, protect him. Edward Seago, never make a mistake. Bruce Golding, wherever he is, did not make a mistake when he gave us Andrew Holness and said, lead this country. Because today, we are seeing the benefit to John. Because if it was the PNP in power this morning, I can tell you, because I am older than you, it will be in panic mood. They will be all over the place borrowing money. All over the place because they don't put contingency plan in place. Andrew Holness is a political leader. Have a good day, Dujon. Stay safe. My Jamaican family. Big up Miss Vaz, wherever she is. I know she's helping out in East Portland. Bless yourself up, Dujon. We talk again.
All right, big up yourself, Marlon. Yourself.
Yes, my boss. Yeah.
No, Mark Golding does have disaster preparedness responsibility as opposition leader. But I guess he has taken a backseat to that. That shows you again just how not important he find it to look after the Jamaican people. However, we have two battle stations. We have one in Kingston, led by the Prime Minister and his team at ODPM and from the office of the Prime Minister. And we have one leading in the western side of the island. That is another battle station headed by the Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Horace Chang, and his team, from the office of the Deputy Prime Minister. So we have persons on the ground. All municipalities is supposed to be out there leading the charge. Battle station should be set up in every parish council. In Savlamar, for example, Mayor Delancey and his team should have a battle station. I am not too sure as to what is going on down there as it relates to that. I'll be getting some information as the day go by to see what level of preparedness is going on in my native in Savlamar, to see if persons are out there trying to secure my people down there in Savlamar. Like I said, every local authority has responsibility for that local area as well. So whether it is PNP or JLP, and this just goes to show you guys the point that I've been making over the time. I have been saying that the government disperse money to our localities to look after the people. Here we have an emergency situation, and the government has given 6 million to all local authorities. See, that's what they have been doing. Means if Labour right in a power, PNP member of parliament and PNP council no get no money, and so you go. Everybody get money. You the people, you just choose who you want to get the money. That's it. See? And I am hoping, Jacqueline, that it is all hands on deck down there, because I can tell you, over the last 3 weeks to a month, we saw Westmoreland flood out Savlamar, flood out the town of Savlamar. It is below sea level. It has no protection against nothing. See? There are several parts in Savlamar that are vulnerable. I can tell you about 12th Street or Cook Street. I can tell you about Queen Street, sections of Darling Street. When you go cross the road, cross Great George Street and go cross the road, heading back into the village of Russia, there are certain parts of that coastline is vulnerable. We have a next little township heading upwards called Wharf Road. Hence the Wharf Road. The coast is there, the sea line is there. In Ivan, part of that road was still impassable, sorry. Ivan had taken that road from Wharf Road. They used to be able to travel from Wharf Road into the community of Russia. The sea have claimed that road in Ivan. So it is just a little track now where people can walk. So those persons are in danger there as well. I am not sure as to what precautionary measures. The last time there was a flooding in Wharf Road, the water was up to persons' neck. And that was just from torrential rains. It wasn't from a storm or a hurricane. It was just from rainfall. The water was up at people's neck in Wharf Road a couple of years ago. As you go further out and you go towards Paradise, people living on the coastline there, those places are vulnerable to flooding. As you head towards Negril, people are living on the coastline as well. People in parts of Big Bridge, parts of Little London. You know, we know about McNeilan already. That just flood. As a matter of fact, if you, as a human being, a drive past McNeilan gate, you know, and you stop, and you feel like you want pee and you stop and pee outside of McNeilan gate, whole of McNeilan flood. See? So, if you're living in McNeilan, I suggest you ambuscade now, you know, evacuate, because this storm is coming with a lot of rain. Rains that we have never seen before. See? He's not going to get pay raise. Well, I mean, I think Prime Minister want a pay raise. He's just there to look after us. You know, it is not about money for him. It is about duty. There are some people that just, you know, they are duty bound. It is not about money for them. You know, it's not like Donald Trump. Donald Trump went into the presidency with only $2 billion, you know, and Donald Trump is worth more than 10 billion now, you know. So I don't know if him winning the presidency put on 8 billion for in wealth, but you know, I guess some people are in it for what they can get. Some people are here to really look after the people out of love. You know, so big up the Prime Minister every time he continues to lead with grace and lead with leadership. And as Marlon said, I would have it no other way. Thank God it is Andrew Holness that is leading our nation now in this current position that Jamaica find itself in. And we've seen that, you know, he's a great leader. We've seen it through COVID. We've seen it through Beryl. And, you know, he has been preparing, and he had prepared the government for scenarios like this. Jamaica now has insurance against damage, you know, so hopefully when we wake up Wednesday morning into Thursday morning and we see the, you know, government will draw down on those resources, and that resource don't come out of NIR. It does not come out of our national budget. It is separate money. So we'll have that. Plus we can go in at the budget. Plus if we need some more, we probably can take $1 billion out of our NIR, you know, and we can build back faster. Send go to China, send go to Japan, Korea. Anywhere we can get people to come from, come help with the build back. And it won't just be us Jamaica alone. You know, I am sure you guys know that the storm is heading for Cuba, and Cuba already don't have, you know, today Cuba is one of the poorest nations in the world. You know, Cuba was once a bastion. People used to leave even Jamaica. Did you know that a lot of Jamaicans have Cuban relatives? Did you guys know this? There's a lot of people today in Jamaica who have Cuban fathers and Cuban mothers. Do you guys know that? That is how close we were with Cuba, and still are in some cases, you know. So heading for Cuba, and I can only imagine the desperation that it will cause there in Cuba, you know. So Jamaica must stand ready as well to see in what way we can render some aid to Cuba, you know. Whatever money we can send, whatever aid we can send, whatever we can send, because the Americans have their foot on the Cuban people's neck for the last 70 odd years, going to 80 years, you know, and they refuse to take it up or take it off, you know. So we have it stand ready. It is heading towards Bahamas as well, and Bahamas are right, I believe. You know, Bahamas, them economy good, they will recover, you know, and them have less population and less mouth to feed, so they'll be able to recover stronger, you know. Let me see if me see any more updates from the Prime Minister, my people. Yeah, let me check the Prime Minister page. See if I see no more update recent.
Sunday, the 26th of October. As of this evening, Sunday, the 26th of October, we have commissioned into use the rural horses that are in parish, specifically rural parishes, to assist with the recommended evacuations by ODPEM. 5 already have been mobilized for St. Elizabeth, specifically for Great Bay, Treasure Beach and other areas, and the others will be ready to mobilize for evacuation activities between now and when the storm hurricane hits. I am pleading with the persons who will be using them to do so with care, as we will require them for the school children as soon as school reopens.
So nobody go mash up it about the school bus them people and go there with no boisterousness and disgustingness. Just look out for them, go in there, take your seat. Don't put nothing where you go tear up the seat and don't cock up on them. And no phone them. And no phone no want them. You know say, government waste money. No phone where you going at them now. When they say government a waste of money and how much billion and government thief. See them go help you know there. See? So no please do not do anything that is detrimental to the health of those buses. I feel picking them. See it?
My fellow Jamaicans, I can advise that I have given the direction to the toll authority and the toll operators for the East, West and North South Highway to open the tolls free of cost as of 5 p.m. this afternoon. It will remain open throughout the hurricane and also until I give further directions as a result of the post-hurricane operations. You will be advised accordingly. And again, keep safe. God bless Jamaica. Bye.
UN.
Yeah, man. Greetings, my brethren. How going? Everything good?
Man, I'm a boss. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Greetings to all the people on the line, your family and people of Jamaica.
Yeah,
well, right now, with the Jamaica, I come from business and the hurricane hold me down here.
Yeah.
I have to just go and sit in.
Yeah.
But one of the greatest things I may say is that then they kind of slow and cleaning majority of the main drain them around the island.
Yeah.
And some of them are clean at the last minute, while some clean already and some still not clean.
Yeah.
But most of those here people to evacuate and them don't want to move. Because the people at Port Royal and other places, them don't want to move.
You know,
no, if those people lose them life, you can't blame the government because they don't want to take the bus.
Them are going to blame the government. You can bet your bottom dollar.
Yeah, because me know them are going to do it, but me not going to blame the government. Right, me not going to blame the government. And when you look, them here a long time to move and they not move. And it's like, a lot of these people, it's like them take the stamp for a joke. Them not plan ahead and say them are going to move, go to school or move, go wherever the government have in store. And so may I say, enough of them will listen to this and to move because I don't know them. I go sit down in a boat and when water rough, when them go paddle and go and them have no engine panic.
Me can tell us something, UN?
Yeah.
The mayor, the Lancy in Westmoreland, in Salomar.
Yeah, me see.
Yeah. I was told by reputable people that they approach him for funding to do drain cleaning, and he said to them that there is not yet an emergency. Eh?
There's no emergency now?
That is what he said. There's not yet an emergency.
Because me see a news we don't, and And a lot of the drain them, the main drain them, we carry water to sea and all them places, not clean yet, you know. No for the drain them, not clean yet, so we can just imagine what's going to happen to a lot of the people if them play politics like that.
Me, I expect casualty at Westmoreland. I can tell you now. I am expecting casualty. Down there.
If not, they're going to pick up bodies after bodies if them don't get this thing done properly. And me I said to we Jamaican people, we must always take heed and move to higher grounds, go to different places the government have prepared for you. Some of the people we want to stay back, we know you don't get looting and all them something. You understand? But those things can always replace.
Of course.
And the people who will loot the place, them not come from far, them come from the same place in the community.
Exactly.
So me I said to the people, them say, brace down yourself if you have to move to go higher ground. And when people don't understand enough, and every storm and disaster come from this earth, yeah, come from God, you know, God, they don't read the Bible, they wouldn't know. The devil can do it too, because he can call down rain and lightning and thunder. So now every storm come and every storm come from God. But it make it happen so people can know the difference if they know the difference. But at the end of it, us as Jamaican, we have to work together, help out with neighbor, help them back down and look for the old people and all, and feed them and all these things and get them to higher ground. So we can't blame the government for this. The government not cause the storm. The government not cause the heavy breeze and the rain to come. No. And we know have to protect ourselves and life better than everything else, with material stuff.
Yeah, man, once your life,
so let them know. Once you're alive, you can rebuild again.
Yeah.
You can rebuild again. So the people have to move and go to the higher grounds. And I don't like how them deal with Westmoreland. It look like Westmoreland, like they want to cut off from Jamaica.
You know, Westmoreland is a problem within itself. And the problem down there is the people's mindset. That's the biggest problem. I go tell you, I don't know where I come from. You know? And their mindset are the biggest.
Well, them go suffer, my brother. If I say, because every time the news bring up Westmoreland, it grieves me because I don't know why next man or next person or the government own where run the parish and the municipality. Why them behave like that and all the people them at ransom?
Because they realize that people they don't understand what happened. It's an education issue, my boss. It's an education issue. You know? That is
me not understand. Me not understand. I know me can't understand. With all the parish right across Jamaica, me just can't understand with down this one. That are the thing we are bothering me all the time. It grieves me to see look, you know, Jamaica can't understand, say, before parents go through slavery, with parents them work so hard, and we make one man or two man whole way at ransom and then live in a squalor. And they live in a squalor and can build up themselves and the place look good.
They might not see it as squalor.
When Jamaica not gonna learn.
They might not see it as squalor. They might look funny and say, boy, I never have a house and build one board house, me achieve something. And see that as a great achievement. Yeah, but they can't make a distinction between that.
As I said, nothing wrong with a board house, you know, but don't settle yourself with a board house.
Yeah, because what happens when you have a board house? You're at risk of hurricane.
Yeah, you're at risk. And they live in a swampy land and all them something why the people them can elevate themselves because the MP and whoever hold them back. They don't want them to have better and see a brighter life. Too long, man. We come out of slavery and we're still mentally in a slavery physical, but mentally we're still in a slavery.
Yeah, man.
We still, it's sad though. It's sad when I tell my brother, I come to Jamaica and I look and I work. I come down to Jamaica from creating, my brother. Come creating, and I expand, because we put chicken farm in place where we are import this plucking machine from China. You know how much millions of Jamaicans that cost to bring it in? Work. May I create work from St. Catherine to Manchester to Trelawney. And most of the young youth, them don't want to work. Trust my virgin, they don't want to work.
Yeah, man, them believe so you
They
can
don't
sit
want to
down.
work.
Them is have the belief that they just sit down, and money just drop in your hands. So I saw them thinking and I saw them see it, They just believe they sit down and somebody just come and give you $10 million. I saw them pray. They don't think say work.
They don't want
work and get it.
Mr. Dujon, I not tell a lie. I grieve when I come back and I say, after 15 years away, but it's still a do business over the years, and I say, I come and strengthen it, build my community, and I build other community too, and put people to work. And believe you me, most of the people who need to work, they are female. The man them a bleach out and they don't want to work. It's sad. It's really sad. My brethren, keep on advice where you have advice. Keep on shout it out every day as much as you can. I will pray for Jamaica and Jamaican people and the government and make sure say people can make a turn and do it for the right thing and because one man hold them down. Because me know say we have more people living outside Jamaica, over 5 million Jamaicans living outside of Jamaica, and we have built other people's country while our country has suffered.
That's why
our country has suffered. And me know say we have enough people are foreign who want to come back to Jamaica and do them business and build the country. And I hope we can see that one day. Because imagine if all the money we bring back in Jamaica, how strong would that be?
Yeah, man, it a go happen. It a go happen as long as we keep this government there, though. You know, go happen
and when the Prime Minister come to Canada and the US and all them places and talk, people are asking a whole heap of questions. We need to come back. They only talk about safety and crime and violence. Them sitting there, them are talk about. They need to come. Which part me live, a lot of Jamaican live there. And when we get our people advice them concern, they want to come back.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have surprised to see if 5 million Jamaicans say they will come back in the next couple of years. Oh, boom, or Jamaica would have boom. We just
nice.
need the people to believe in ourselves.
That would have been nice, because enough of we find we educate ourselves, enough of we look at money can come in with those. So that would have been good. That would have grow the pie.
Of course, man.
But
Yeah, because look, we come down here for 2 weeks, and in a one day, we spend over $1 million. One day.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna donate.
Exactly.
You understand? So imagine if everybody come to Jamaica and say, oh, everything boom, one hand washes the other. One hand washes the other. My virgin.
This is going to prove resilience and
yeah, man, we need to do it, and we need to stick together and work together and do business together and believe in ourselves and grow with children and leave inheritance with children and teach them how to invest and not to save but to invest.
Most definitely.
Yeah, right. So keep on, brother, and keep on do your good work. And shout out everything. Because we have to love all Jamaicans, whether them are PNP or Labour, we just want them to see the right thing and do the right thing.
Yeah, man.
I know say my Prime Minister, a 4th term is in effect. Because this time, me not make the next one pass and me there for it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I go fight. I go there upon the ground and fight for where I come from.
Yeah, man.
I tell you. So all of the PNP, they will listen. I don't like it. I'm sorry. But the 4th term, I come to Jamaica, come fight the one day. I go there on the ground. I tell you, when I left.
Yeah, man.
We have to there. So the PNP on the line, if they don't like it, well, no, just join with. If they can't beat with, join with.
Yeah, man.
And just do the right thing. So shout it out here, my son.
Yeah, man.
And go and do your thing.
Big up yourself, my boss.
One day I'm supposed to come to England. My sister there Peckham. Supposed to come to one of them time.
I'm a place, I live at Deptford, my group.
Peckham.
Right
Peckham.
next to Peckham. I grew up at Deptford, right next to Peckham. My place, Yeah.
All right, cool. Bless them, brother. And all Jamaican people want to pray and trust God all the time. Not only when I storm, but all the time.
All right.
Bless you, man. All right. Yeah.
Macon Minister of Education and Information, also live from Kingston right now. Thank you so much for being here with us. Our meteorologist laying out what's coming to Jamaica imminently. How are you preparing residents there?
Thank you, Jessica, and thank you for asking. It's really a storm and a hurricane of proportions we have never seen. And we are trying our best to educate the entire Jamaican population about what is to come. We cannot take it lightly. You heard from the report that you just had how big of a storm surge we're going to have. The important thing also is that we're going to have a lot of rainfall. And these numbers are numbers that we've never seen in Jamaica. And so we've been working to open as many shelters as we can. We have 881 shelters across the country. They've all been activated. And so anyone who needs to go to a shelter, we are urging them to go there now. They are ready. I was just in a meeting with a team that is ensuring that we have support in all of the shelters. And so we are urging Jamaicans who may be in low-lying or flood-prone areas to evacuate and go to a shelter.
Yeah. And I'm curious, do you feel like you have the adequate resources you need for to respond to a storm of this size?
You know, this is unprecedented, but we do have a very robust disaster preparedness system. I'm actually today speaking to you from our National Emergency Operations Center. And we've been through many storms before. We know how to do it. And the administration has put a lot of resources into our hurricane response. Last year, we had a brush with a hurricane that caused tremendous damage, and it wasn't a direct hit. And we learned a lot from that experience last year, and we have beefed up our systems here. But when you hear some of the levels in terms of rainfall and even the wind of a Category 5, that is really, really strong and really unprecedented. But we think that in terms of preparation, it's definitely better than we've ever had. And we are going to do our best to save as many lives as we can.
Yeah. You also have beautiful mountains there in Jamaica, and that can increase the risk of not just flooding, but in that case, with the mountains, the likelihood of landslide.
Open a year where minister say we are going to do our best to save as many lives as we can. So they are expecting casualty. Do not be amongst the casualty. Take heed, my people. Move to the shelters. No shame. No, you some people you say, yo, me can't bother to sleep. Me can't bother to sleep next to people. Me can't bother for this. Me want me own comfort. Please, if you're not no family member to go, that is safe, go to the shelter, my people, please.
Macon Minister of Education
and even the wind of a Category 5, that is really, really strong and really unprecedented. But we think that in terms of preparation, it's definitely better than we've ever had. And we are going to do our best to save as many lives as we can.
Yeah. You also have beautiful mountains there in Jamaica, and that can increase the risk of not just flooding, but in that case, with the mountains, the likelihood of landslide. How does that factor into all of this?
Another concern, and the ground is already quite saturated. We've been having rains. October is really the high point of rain in Jamaica traditionally, and we've been having our October rains. And so the ground is already very saturated. And so when we have Melisa coming with the numbers we're hearing in terms of rainfall, that's going to add to all of that. And so we are expecting significant landslides. And so we do urge those who are in the low-lying and flood-prone areas to move, but those who are also in areas that are prone to landslides on those beautiful mountains, we ask them to be as cautious as possible. And if they need to leave, leave now, because we will not be able to get our emergency services to them if they do not leave before the time that we get the brunt of this hurricane, which is Monday night into Tuesday morning.
Yeah, I hope everyone hears you and follows those directions. And we really wish you all the very best. Dana Morris-Dixon, thank you so much for joining us.
So, you know, people in a Port Royal will say they now move. This is a Category 5 hurricane. We never experienced nothing like this yet. So all I want to talk about, every time hurricane come, the water only come this way, you only come here, so you not come no further. You know, start preparing to move now. That is the best thing. You can go back and salvage through whatever you need to salvage through. Aid will be slow, yes, but it's better you have your life. You know, over a certain period of time, we'll build back. It better that than you're dead. See? People all over Jamaica that lives in flood-prone areas, please listen to the government. That's all we can tell you now. They know what they are saying. They are prepared for it. See? Go on in a shelter them. Church, school. You know, go on. And I probably gonna have a pretty good time in there. Whole heap of fun and laughter and jokes. You know, create some memory. You know. Me myself, I experienced Hurricane Ivan. I think I was in primary school. I probably was in which year Ivan come? 2004. I was 14, so we did the high school, we did the 8th grade. You know, and you know that is pretty much the only hurricane I experienced up till Beryl. You know, when Beryl came, I was home. You know, and I experienced Beryl, but you know, I have not had many experience with hurricanes myself, but all of the ones that, you know, came, Jamaica made it through unscathed. A lot of them. Not all of them will come and we're going to make it unscathed. We have to go feel it too sometime. You know, big up in the nuts. And the government is trying to take precautionary measures to, you know, to stave off the loss of life. So no, take heed, my people. Take heed. We are want to know, no, listen. Open up on the ears, hold them. And listen. Just go on in the shelter till the storm pass and run, go on back home. See? Enough of who not worry about we got thief and loot. Then probably I got dead. This time we'll kill them. See? So don't worry about them. Just go and go shelter and then go on back. Go look for the place after. And who storm not kill? Police are gonna kill when they catch them with paper things. See? I just say go. Anyway, my people, I have to go and for work now. I will soon this evening we will continue. Storm watch or hurricane watch. Hurricane Melisa watch. See? So I'll soon this evening. Remember now that I'll be on at 7 instead of 6 in the evening because of the time difference in England. See? So I'm usually on at 6 p.m. I'll be on between 6:30, 7 now. See? So look out for me between that time. Right? So we are moving an hour later. Right? So big up all 71 persons who is still here. Big up all 133 persons that gave me a thumbs up. Big up to any new person that subscribed this morning. Pardon. And I will soon this evening. See? 7 o'clock Jamaica time. Between that time. See? So anyway, between 6:30 and 7 o'clock then. Right? So, me soon later. Surely, birds.